Okay, so welcome to part three. If you notice me talking real fast, I'm trying not to make these videos last too long. It's already a bit of a watch, a bit of a stretch, anyways. So let's get into this real future, past, purple prefixes. Hopefully, this is the easy version. All right, so we're just gonna get right into it. So we're gonna have. I'll start off with this first slide, which is gonna have the roots over here. I'll give you a future version and a past version. And these roots are broken up too. Like we do have regular C stem where you're going to need like certain times you're going to need that connector E. These are going to be resonant vowels where you certain times you're going to have to use a K, a letter K next to the N. These are going to be the ones resonant vowel G, or depending on which prefix you're using, you can put a G here. It's not always going to come into play. And then these ones, if the pronoun ends in a vowel, which this one does, then you're going to have to lengthen before this, right? So an easy way to do it, like you can say the future tense and the past tense if you want to do that. Or you can practice like all these future tenses, me to you, and then all these past tenses, me to you. All right. Again, eng. You got to have that letter N sound in there. Engongen. You can look at the translation. I'm just going to say the Seneca. Engongen. Engonquanon. Engongwad. Engonoit. Engonoquat. Engonoquag. Engoyende. Engoya disag. Engoya tageha. Engoninots. Engonyadons. Engonwisto. All right, then we do the past tense. O gongen. O gonquanon. O gongwad. O gonoit. O gonoquat. O goyende. O goya disag. O goya dageha. O goninots. O goyados. And O gonwisto. Again, you can pause and you can look at all these, like to feed, go after, like, mad at somebody, continue to love, to know or get acquainted, to miss someone, to help someone, buy something for someone, write to someone, or text someone. You'll see it in there, and then give money to someone. So these are going to be used. It'll always be these, and these as we go through. So first one was me to you. Next one is me to him. Hey. So we do end in a vowel, so that one we're going to have a lengthen in here. All right. A little refresher on how to use those. So we have the first group, second group, third group, fourth group. We'll go across this time, okay? A gent, Y gent. That should be a nasal E. A quanon, Y quanon. A guad, Y guad. A noit, Y noit. A no quats, Y no quats. A no quag. A and A, Y and A. A disag. Sorry, A disag. Y disag. A dageha. Y dageha. A ni notes. Y ni notes. A adons. Y adons. A wisdom. Y wisdom. All right. So you can read them across, like all the way down and all the way down if you like to, which is what I'm going to do on the next slide. So we have K, again, ends in a vowel, so those bottom sets we're going to have a lengthen. We're going to use that K. Little refresher, how to use them, all right, what they result in. So go through. Enk again. Remember, enk, not ek. Enk. Enk again. Enke quanon. Enkegwad, Enkenoit, Enkenoquats, Enkenoguag, Enkeande, Enkeatisag. I'm sorry, Enkeatisag. I gotta keep lengthening that. Enkeatageha, Enkeninots, Enkeados, Enkewiston. Now we'll do past tense. Okay. Okay again. Okay quanon. Okay guad. Okay noit. Okay no quats. Okay and Okay at di sag. Okay at dageha. Okay ni not. Okay ados. And okay we stone. All right. So that's the one for K. Now we'll move on to the next one here. So this will vary, right? Because you're going to have SK, SG, or SK. All right. So first group, you're going to have that connector E. So you to me, we'll go across. We'll go back and forth, okay? SK again. O SK again. SK quanon. O SK quanon. SK guad. O SK guad. Esknoit. O sknoit. Eskno guag. Eskno quats. Eskno, oh, I'm sorry. O skno quats. So you do got to have that k sound in there because it is a k versus like a g. All right, now we have the ones that use a g next to the root. Eskende. O skende. Eskiati sas. O skiati sas. Eskiatageha. O skiatageha. And then this one, it doesn't have any effect other than you're just going to use mostly K's on these ones. Eskninots. O skninots. Eskiados. O skiados. Esquiston. O squiston. All right. So you can think about the one for money, right? Like if it's a K here, it's a K every time you need it. So like one of the ways like to say like I have a lot of money, they don't say aguistagati, right? They say aquistagati. So they use a K. So the same thing, this is weist for money. So that's why you have a K here. It's a K all the way through for everything. Okay, you to him. So again, you're going to have connector E's in here, you're going to have regular S's, and you're going to have the heish, depending on which one it is. Okay, so we'll go through the groups again. Again, a little reminder of how these go. Same thing here on the past tense, how it goes. Okay, we'll just go straight down. Say again. Se quanon. I'm sorry. Se quanon. Se guad. Snoit. Snoquat. Snoquag. Sorry, snoquag. Now these ones are going to have the, because it has a Y, so you're going to have a sh sound in there. Shandi. Shati sag. Shatageha. Sninot. Shados. Swiston. Now we'll do the past tense. So we're going to have a bunch of these Y, all these versions, all right? Y say again. Y say quanon. Why say what? Shouldn't be a length in there. Why say what? Why snoit? Why snot quats? Why shandi? Why shot di sag? Why shot dageha? Why snee nots? Why shadows? Why swiston? All right. You to her again, so we got a vowel at the end, so that bottom set, you're going to have this length in here. The other ones, it's just going to plug right in. All right. Reminders, s hey, o hey. Again, you do want to pronounce these, remember, say, not say, because say is the red prefix for you. So we'll go back and forth again. S hey again. O hey again. S hey quanon. O hey quanon. S hey guad. O hey guad. Es henoit. O henoit. Es henoquats. O henoquats. Es henoquag. Es heandi. O heandi. Es heati sag. O heati sag. Es hea dageha. O hea dageha. Es he ni nots. O he ni nots. Es he ados. O he ados. Es he wiston. O he wiston. Again, you can read these however you want, top to bottom, back and forth, left to right. And again, just make sure you know, like, say is you in red, hey is you to her. So again, this one will have huggy, hug, and huck, depending on what you're going to do. Reminder of the rules: elnge, elng, elk, past tense, wage, wog, walk. Okay. All right. So you're kind of used to all these roots, right? Not going to read this one this time. Maybe I'll read a couple. Like I'll do one from each one. All right. So, elnge again. Remember elng, elnge again, wage again. All right. Elnknoit, waknoit. Elngende, wagende. Elnkninots, wakninots. All right. So you can kind of go down the rest as you see fit. But it's got different ones for each one. Him to you, again, usually it's just, this H never really comes back on. It's just so you treat it like a male prefix, the H, because usually it's two males, or him to you. Reminder, aya for future tense, waya for past tense, and that's just going to plug in all the time. It's just on that bottom one, it does end in a vowel, so the bottom one is going to be waya, aya. For the future tense. All right. Again, I'll just read one. Yagwad. Wa yagwad. Yano gwag. And we'll go to this one. Wa yanoit. Yandi. Wa yayati sag. Yados. Wiston. So this one you have to have a lengthen on waya, but because it's these bottom ones, you also have to have the lengthen before the root too. Waya wiston. Ho, again, this ends in a vowel, so you're going to have ho on the one. We won't use ho for this one, even though that, so remember, becomes ao, and Wow. So let's do one each. You know what? Maybe we'll do a few of these. Well, you'll catch on. I'll do two from each one. Eogent. Eogent. Wowgent. Eogwad. Wowgwad. Eonoquats. Wownoquats. Eonoit. Wownoit. Eoyandi. Wowyandi. Eoya dageha. Wowya dageha. Eoni nots. Wowni nots. Eowisto. Wowisto. Alright. We got the vowel at the end, so one you're going to have sago with the lengthen. Alright, otherwise it's probably just going to plug right in. S-sago. S-sago. O-sago. This one's a pretty easy one. You just got to know how to pronounce these roots. So let's just do one each on each one here. S-sago-gwad. O-sago-gwad. S-sago-no-quats. O-sago-no-quats. S-sago-yandi. O-sago-yandi. And then this one, because it ends in a vowel, you're going to have a lengthen on sago. So I can do all these. Es-sago-ni nots. Es-sago-yados. Es-sago-wisto. O-sago-ni nots. O-sago-yados. And O-sago-wisto. Alright. So there's that. This one has the, depending on the C stem, right? So they're going to be yonge, yong, or yonk. So again, eyonge, eyong, eyonk. Past tense. Waonge, waong, waonk. I think the biggest thing you want to remember as you do these is make sure you do onk, that letter N. Ong, onk, ong, onk. All right. Whether it's future tense or past tense, it's all in there. Eyonge again. Waonge again. Waonknoit. Eyonknoit. Eyongyandi. Waongyandi. Waongya dageha. Eyongya dageha. Eyonkni nots. Waonkni nots. Waonquisto. Eyonquisto. All right. So her to me. Again, rewind, pause it, read them as you need to for practice. Then we have her to you. So it's going to be yesa or yesa. We're not going to use these, but those are just there for reference. So again, eyesa or waesa for past tense. All right. Ends in a vowel, so you will have some lengthened ones here. Otherwise, it's just going to plug right in. All right. Eyesagwad. Waesagwad. Eyesa no quats. Waesa no quats. Eyesa yendi. Waesa yendi. Eyesa yati sag. Waesa yati sag. Eyesa ni nots. Waesa ni nots. Eyesa wisto. Waesa wisto. Okay. So that's for her to you. Her to him. We're going to use howon or howon. So the reminders, future tense is going to be elwon. Past tense is going to be wowon. All right. So you do that on won't sound, nasal O, on. It's more to the back of your throat rather than an open O, regular. So el won't, wow won't. El won't get, el won't quan on, el won't quat, el won't noit, el won't no quats, el won't no quag, el won't yende, el won't yat di sag, el won't yat the gay ha, el won't ni nots, el won't yados, el won't wisdom. Alright. While won't get. So even this, even though there's a length in there, you do have a ong still. While won't get. Same thing here. While won't quanon. While won't guat. While won't noit. While won't no quats. While won't yende. While won't yat di sag. While won't yat the gay ha. While won't ni nots. While won't yados. And while won't wisdom. Next up, her to her, yondade, yonda, yondudge. You will see all of those. You won't see yago. That's just there for reference. Again, future tense reminders, past tense reminders. And we can just go through all these here as we open all those up. Get your drink real quick. Gets to be it's a lot of work reading all these off too. All right, so again, you're gonna go between a dade, right? So a yon dade, a yon da, a yon dudge. Wa on dade, wa on da, wa on dudge. All right, a yon dade again. A yon dade quanon. A yon dade quad. Wa on dade again. Wa on dade qua. Wa on dade qua. Wa on dade quanon. Wa on dade quad. There's the onda. Now we have onda. A yonda noit. Wa onda noit. A yonda no quats. Wa onda no quats. A yonda ja di sag. Wa onda ja di sag. Wa onda ja the gay ha. A yonda ja the gay ha. A yonda ni nots. Wa onda ni nots. Wa onda wisdom. And a yonda wisdom. I don't know if I fixed one of these. Doesn't look like I did. So songwa is him to us. And seidwa is us to him. So just know that as you go through it. Like, it's only wrong up here. I think the other ones are all fine. But they're both going to be on this time. So the top half is going to be songwa. And the bottom half is going to be seidwa. So, again, es songwa, es seidwa. O songwa, o seidwa. All right. Es songwa again. O songwa again. Es songwa guad. O songwa guad. I forgot to color that one in. O songwa noit. Es songwa noit. Es songwa no quats. O songwa no quats. Es songwa yende. O songwa yende. O songwa ya tage ha. I'm sorry, that's O seidwa ya tage ha. I've just been on autopilot here. O seidwa ya. O seidwa yende. O seidwa ya tage ha. Es seidwa ya tage ha. Es seidwa ni nots. O seidwa ni nots. O seidwa wisdom. Es seidwa wisdom. Okay, So I didn't read all of them, but I read most of them. Just kind of messed up there and went on autopilot because the Songwa kicked there. Us to her, iti, yeti, her to us, yonki, onki. So same thing, it's half and half. So a yeti, a yonki. Wa eti, wa onki. So let's bring these up. Half and half again. Top half is eti, bottom half is yonki. I'll try not to go on autopilot. A yeti again. Wa eti again. A yeti kwanon. Wa eti kwanon. Wa eti guad. Oh, sorry. Wa eti guad. A yeti guad. A yeti noit. A yeti no quats. A yeti no guag. Wa eti noit. Wa eti no quats. Now we're on to yonki. A yonki and a yonki at di sag. A yonki at the geha. Wa onki and a wa onki at di sas. Wa onki at the geha. A yonki ni nots. A yonki adons. A yonki wisdom. Wa onki ni nots. Wa onki adons. Wa onki wisdom. All right. So again, you can just rewind and go back and read these, listen to them, read the ones that I didn't go over, but you can go through these as you see fit. But it's a nice little intro. And this one just gets into just straight up future, straight up past. And if you need reminders, the rules are at the top on how it's going to work. So that would be the end of part 3. I hope you guys find that helpful. And watch it as many times as you need to. Click like on the videos if they're helpful. Subscribe to the channel because I'm starting to post a lot more videos, and you can look at some of my old stuff too. I have some really old stuff that I feel like taking down, but I leave it up so people can see, like, you got to start somewhere. So Jago to all you learners, and good luck with purples for C stems. You'll probably see more stuff for A stems, O stems, and other stuff. So Jago.